So they wanted chaos, did they? Those little puppets, pulling their strings, thinking they've got you dancing to their tune? Oh, how predictable. You see, that's the thing about people like them. They can't handle the stillness. They crave the noise, the destruction, the chaos. But what they can't stand, what they'll never understand, is composure. Your calm, your stillness, it's poison to their plans. They wanted you to lose your mind, to break down, to scream and claw at the walls like some caged animal. That's their game. That's their weapon. But you didn't give it to them, did you? No. You sat there silent, calm, controlled. And do you know what that did to them? It destroyed them. Not with a bang, not with fire, but with silence. That, my dear friend, is real power. Let me explain something to you. People like them, they're cowards. Predators who feed off chaos. They thrive when you're weak, when you're vulnerable, when you're flailing in the dark trying to stop the bleeding. They want to see you panic, because panic is predictable, easy to manipulate, but you didn't give them that satisfaction. You stayed composed, you stayed cold, and oh, how that scared the hell out of them. You see, control is a funny thing. Everyone wants it, but no one knows what to do with it when they have it. That's what makes you different. You didn't let them take it. You held on to it like your life depended on it. And in a way, it did. That composure, that's your weapon, your armor. And oh, how it must burn them to see you standing there, unbroken, untouched. Let me ask you something. Do you know why they hate you so much? Why they keep coming at you again and again, trying to tear you down? It's not because you're weak. No, it's because you're strong. Every time they push, you push back harder. Every time they try to break you, you show them just how unbreakable you are. And that terrifies them. Because deep down, they know they can't win. Not against someone like you. Oh, they'll pretend. They'll put on their little masks, play their little games. But you and I both know the truth. They're scared. Scared of what you'll become if they can't stop you. Scared of the power you'll wield if you keep rising, keep fighting. And let me tell you something, they should be scared. Because people like you, you're a nightmare for people like them. They wanted chaos. They wanted you to break, to fall apart, to lose yourself in the storm. But you didn't. You stayed calm. You stayed composed. And in doing so, you destroyed everything they were counting on. That, my friend, is power. Real power. The kind they'll never understand. Here's the revised and emotionally resonant version with punctuation and rhythm to bring it to life. So they wanted chaos, did they? Those little puppets, pulling their strings, thinking they had you dancing to their tune? Oh, how predictable. You see, that's the thing about people like them. They thrive on noise, destruction, and disorder. They crave chaos because it's messy, wild, and loud. But chaos, it has no discipline, no direction. It's untamed and, in the end, weak. Composure, though, that's something else entirely. Composure is controlled chaos. It's standing in the fire without flinching. It's looking chaos in the face and saying, "Is that all you've got?" And when you master composure, do you know what happens? You stop being the victim, the target, the prey. You become the predator. Not the kind that roars or bares its teeth, but the one that moves silently, calculating, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. One move, one action, and their entire world falls apart. That's the power you're building. That's the person you're becoming. But don't think for a second that it's easy. Composure isn't something you're born with. It's forged, built through pain, through struggle, through every single moment you wanted to break but didn't. It's in the nights you stared at the ceiling, fighting demons no one else could see. In the mornings you got up, even when the weight of the world felt unbearable. In the silent battles you fought within yourself, the ones no one knew about. That's where composure is born. In the quiet, in the dark, in the moments no one talks about. And those people, the ones who wanted chaos, they'll never understand that. They think strength is loud, that power is about shouting the loudest, hitting the hardest, causing the most destruction. But you and I both know the truth. Real strength, real power is quiet. It's calm. It's the ability to sit in the eye of the storm, unmoved. It's the discipline to stay silent when every part of you wants to scream. The restraint to remain composed when they throw everything they have at you. That's why they'll never win. They don't have what you have, the patience, the discipline, the strength to endure, but you do, and that makes you unstoppable. Oh, they'll try again. People like them, they don't quit. They'll come back harder than before. They'll find new ways to break you, to pull you back into their chaos. And when they do, you'll face a choice. Let them drag you down or rise above it again. I think we both know the answer. You're not the kind of person who gets dragged down. Not anymore. You fought too hard to let them win now. But surviving isn't enough. No, you need to thrive, to grow, to take everything they throw at you and use it to build yourself stronger. Because composure isn't just about standing still, it's about standing tall. It's about knowing who you are, what you're capable of, and refusing to let anyone take that away from you. It's about looking them in the eye and saying, "You don't control me. You never did." And you know what that does to them? It breaks them, not with noise or destruction, but quietly. It's the kind of breaking that happens when someone realizes they've already lost. That no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, they can't touch you. They can't move you. But let me be clear, this isn't about them. It's not about proving them wrong or making them pay. It's about you. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. The person who doesn't just survive the chaos, but thrives in it. The person who doesn't just endure the storm, but becomes the storm. Because here's the truth. The chaos isn't going away. The world isn't going to get easier. The storms won't stop coming. But you're ready for them. You've built yourself for this. Every moment of pain, every struggle, every battle, you've taken it all and turned it into strength, into composure, into power. And now it's your time. Time to show the world what you're made of. Time to rise higher than they ever thought possible. Time to prove to yourself, not to them, but to yourself, that you're stronger than the chaos, stronger than the pain, stronger than anything they could ever throw at you. They wanted chaos, but your composure destroyed their plans. Now it's your turn to show them what real power looks like. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with silence, with composure, with the quiet, unshakable strength of someone who has faced the fire and come out stronger. So stand tall, stand strong, and when they come for you again, and they will, you know what to do. Hold your ground, keep your composure, watch as their chaos crumbles, leaving nothing but silence, because that's what they fear most, isn't it? The silence, the stillness, the composure, the one thing they'll never have. And that, my dear friend, is what makes you unstoppable. So, they thought it was over? They thought they'd broken you, shattered you, reduced you to dust? Oh, how wrong they were. This isn't the end, not even close. It's the beginning. Because here's the truth about storms. They're relentless. Chaos doesn't pause. It doesn't give you room to breathe. The world is a constant churn of noise, pressure, and doubt. But guess what? You were made for this. They wanted chaos because chaos is easy. It's destruction without purpose, fury without focus. But you've taken their chaos and turned it into something they can't comprehend. Composure. And here's what they don't understand. Composure isn't just surviving the storm. It's thriving in it. It's walking into the hurricane, standing in the eye, and saying, "Bring it on. You've mastered it. You've become it." And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, more powerful than that. So now what? What do you do with all this strength, this discipline, this unshakable power you've forged? The answer is simple. You rise, you fight, you thrive. Because the storms aren't stopping, my friend. The chaos isn't going away. In fact, it's going to get worse. They're going to come back harder, faster, more determined than ever. They'll whisper doubts into your ears, try to make you question yourself, plant seeds of fear, hoping they'll grow. And when they do, you'll smile. Not a smile of joy, but one of pure, undeniable power. Because you know something they don't. Chaos doesn't destroy strong people. It refines them. It burns away the unnecessary, leaving behind something sharp, unbreakable, unstoppable. That's what you are now. They wanted to tear you apart, but all they did was make you stronger. They stripped away the weaknesses, and what's left is someone they can't even touch. And the thing is, they know it. They're scared. Oh, they'll never admit it, but it's written all over them. They see you now not as prey, but as a predator. Not the loud, roaring kind, but the silent, calculating one. The kind that doesn't need to prove anything because your very presence speaks louder than words. You walk into a room and they feel it. The strength, the control, the unshakable composure that tells them, without a single word, you can't win. But here's the kicker, it's not just about them. This isn't their story, it's yours. And your story is just getting started. The people watching, they see you. They see your strength, your resilience, your composure. And for every person who tried to break you, there are 10 more who are inspired by you. You've become a beacon, a light in the darkness, proof that it's possible to not just survive the chaos, but to own it. But don't let that go to your head. This isn't about them either. It's about you, about becoming the kind of person who doesn't just endure the storm, but becomes the storm. Because storms, they're not the end. They're the beginning. They're a reset. A chance to build something stronger, something better. And you, my friend, you're the storm now. So stand tall, stand strong. Keep your composure, not because they expect you to, but because it's who you are. And when they come for you again, and they will, you'll be ready. You'll remind them once again that they can throw their chaos, their storms, their worst at you, and you'll still rise. You'll rise higher than they ever imagined, stronger than they thought possible. Because this isn't about them. It never was. It's about the legacy you're building. The unshakable, unstoppable, undeniable truth that no matter how hard the chaos tries, it can never win. Not against someone like you. So go, live, fight, thrive. And remember this, they wanted chaos, but your composure destroyed their plans. And that's the kind of legacy that lasts forever. Chaos. They thought it would break you. They thought the storms would consume you, that the weight of it all would crush you into nothing. But here you are, stronger, sharper, and more resilient than they could ever comprehend. Every obstacle, every test, every storm, they weren't your end. They were the forge, the flames that shaped you, the pressure that refined you, the hammer that molded you into something extraordinary. Chaos isn't the enemy, it's the tool. And you've learned to wield it. Think back to the beginning, to the person you were before all of this. The one who stumbled, doubted, broke. They thought they'd won back then, didn't they? Thought they could bury you under the weight of it all. But look at you now. You're still standing taller, stronger, wiser. And it burns them. Oh, it burns them so deeply to see you rise. To see the strength they tried to destroy turned into something indestructible. Every time they look at you, they're reminded of their failure and your success. But here's the truth. You can't stop here. You can't let this be your peak. Because the moment you stop growing, the second you let your guard down, they'll find a crack, a weakness. That's why composure isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's a constant battle, a relentless commitment to staying sharp, to staying unbreakable. Not just for yourself, but for everyone who's watching. Because they are watching. Some you know, a friend, a sibling, a stranger in the crowd, and some you'll never meet, but they see your strength, they see your composure, and it inspires them to find their own. Composure is contagious. One person standing tall in the chaos can ignite strength in countless others. But being that example, that's the hardest role of all. People expect you to always be strong. They see the surface, the calm, the composure. They don't see the cracks, the struggles, the battles fought in silence. But that's okay. Let them see the strength. Let them believe in it, because as long as they believe in you, they'll believe in themselves. But know this, there's a cost to this power. Strength, composure, they don't come cheap. They take pieces of you, little by little, until you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. And that's the real test, to hold on to the parts of yourself that matter, even as you let go of the ones that don't. Because composure without purpose is just coldness. Strength without direction is just emptiness. And you're not just surviving. You're building. You're growing. Every storm, every battle, every doubt, they've made you stronger. You're not the same person you were before. You're more, but don't get comfortable. Don't let victory lull you into complacency, because complacency is the real enemy. The moment you think you're untouchable, the moment you think the fight is over, they'll strike. Not with chaos, not with noise, but with whispers, doubts, fears, the kind that creep in when you're not looking. And when that happens, and it will happen, you'll need to remember who you are, what you've been through, what you've built. You didn't come this far to let them win now. This isn't about proving them wrong, it never was. This is about you, about becoming the person you've always known you could be. The one who doesn't just survive the chaos but thrives in it. The one who doesn't just endure the storm but grows stronger because of it. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stop here? Let this be the end of your story? Or are you going to rise? Keep pushing, keep building, because they're watching, they're waiting, hoping, praying that this is where you falter. Don't give them the satisfaction. Rise higher than ever before. Become the person they said you'd never be. Prove them wrong. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with action, with composure, with unshakable, undeniable strength. Because they wanted chaos, but your composure destroyed their plans. And now it's your turn to build something they can't even dream of. Something they'll never understand. Something that will outlast them, outshine them, and leave them scrambling in the shadows. So go, show them, show yourself that you're more than they ever thought you could be, that you're stronger than they could ever imagine. And when they come for you again, and they will, you'll be ready, calm, composed, unstoppable, because this isn't the end. It's just the beginning. And chaos, it never stood a chance.